Hello, this is Jamaica 5288, and y'all remember when we cloned the tomatoes? Well, let's take a look. All of them have roots, all of them. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pot them. So look at that. Let me get closer to you so you can see. I have 4, so that's 1. That's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. And all I did was cut off a stem of the tomato, and here I have it. So I'm gonna cut off all of these ugly ends, and I filled some cups with dirt here. I didn't know how many I had, so I filled 5 cups with dirt, and I've just brought this extra pot in so I could dump it out and dump it back in. So I have my scissors here so I can cut off the bad ends. So let's start with this little one, huh? And these are cherry tomatoes from outside, the ones that I overwintered. And they'll give me fruit a lot quicker because they're a bigger plant. It's just a clone. It's just like cloning a tree. So I'm gonna take this smaller one. I'm gonna cut off this bad stem right here. We don't need that. That thing is struggling. Get rid of it. We don't need the plant to put any more energy into that, especially since it's damaged. And you know, with tomatoes, they have those little hairs on it that become roots. And I learned this from another YouTuber. I'm not taking credit for it. There's several YouTube videos on this, and it works. I was skeptical initially. I mean, I was like, I don't know. That might not work. But sure enough, and they showed me, I mean, they showed all of us that, you know, roots were developing. So we're going to put these in a pot. And I'm going to put this in when I plant these outside, I'm going to plant them in a special area because I want to track the progress of this. This is a clone. And it didn't come, it's from seed. You know how long it takes for seeds to grow and to mature. 60 days, and this is already a mature plant. So I have this one already potted up. That's one down. You get this dirt out, so I get this plant in here. I mean, these are mature plants with mature roots. Look at that. I am so mad at myself. And here I was, you know, I like planting seeds though, so I'm not going to get upset about it. But this is a lot easier if you already have a plant that is mature, that you overwintered, that's producing fruit and you like it. You get the same plant. You don't have to guess what it's going to be because you already know what kind of fruit it produces because you had it already. So let me get this dirt up from the countertop. I didn't put my thing out today. I should have my paper or a plastic bag or something. Move this dead leaf out of here. And all I'm doing is covering up the roots with dirt. That's it. Covering it up with this dirt that I get from our local area. That I buy from our local area. I already used all of the pre-used soil. So I got 2 done here. Here we go. 2, just like that. And I'll pour some of this out because I know that these have a lot of roots on it. Look at that. See that? So this stem is dead, right? See that? I'm going to chop that off. And I think I'm going to take this one off too. Okay? Look at all of those roots. Look at that. Pour some more out. Need to get this one down. Down, did it down in the cup. Oh, man. What a find. What a new process find. So happy I watch different gardeners because they have a lot of knowledge out there. I see a flower and I'm going to snip that off. I don't want any blooms on this thing. None. Not yet. So I'm trying my best to cover all of the roots up. All of them. No skimping on the soil. I want it to be seated until I move it to another place. I want it to be very comfortable. There we are, three. Three huge plants. I got two more left here. This one has a couple of stems that I'm gonna snip off. I'm gonna snip this one off. Snip this off. And this one, these leaves look okay. Just gonna take the bad leaves off so it won't give energy to those leaves anymore. Then I have a flower here. If you have any blooms, cut them off. You want this plant to just focus on producing roots and becoming a strong plant. So I have this cup here. Pour it out. Seed this plant, and it's look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. I am perplexed. I did not know. And then I was like, yeah, right. Ye of little faith. Well, I must have had some faith because I tried it. I said, well, I'm going to cut off a couple of stems and see what happens. If you watched my earlier videos, you saw me do that and put it in a jar of water. So you just snip off a plant, put it in a jar of water, and this thing has been sitting in the water for about, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I gave it 2 weeks, and that's what happened. That quick. That quick, I got a mature tomato plant. You can only do this with plants that have the capability of producing roots from their stem. Apparently tomatoes are one of them, so propagation is something, multiple ways to propagate. Let me get this out of the trash so I will not miss it. Multiple ways to propagate tomatoes. Covering up everything I can. This one has a lot of roots. This one was high up on there. I don't want to leave any air roots out. Okay, that one's in. Got one more to do. This one has a leaf on it that I'm going to take off. This one's small, so I don't want to take off too many. Just want the yellow ones, the yellowing ones to disappear. Put that in the soil. And I'm going to cover it up. This time I bought just enough, just enough soil and enough cups in here. It's going to be a windstorm today, so I'm not going to put these outside until tomorrow or maybe the day after this. What's supposed to happen? We're supposed to have 70-mile-an-hour winds. Always something in Texas. Well, the rest of the country is going to get it too, so I ain't going to just say Texas. At least we're not flooding. Not flooding. Pray for those people out on the Mississippi. Feast of famine. 1 minute is dry. Next minute, water's up to your knees. All right, I got some roots here. I'm going to just snip off with my nail. There we are. Tomato plants propagated from cuttings. You take the cuttings, you put it in a jar of water. I know the water's dirty. It's been sitting for a week. I snuck out. I took a vacation. And you take the cuttings, you put it in a jar of water. You put this with the plants in a shady area. Clip off all the little flowers. If there's any buds developing, clip those off. You don't want that. And after about 2 weeks, I got roots, and then you put it in soil. There you are. Sturdy, huge. Let's put them in order from big to small, huh? Tomato plants of every size. This one right here will go for about $7 to $8, almost $8 at the big box store. This one probably $5. So, you don't have to do that. Get one plant, snip off the suckers, because that's what I did. Suckers are just the stems that are coming from the bottom that you don't want, that you would cut off anyway. Put them in some water, and there you are. You have your own tomato plants. From one tomato plant, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clones of that exact tomato plant that is now producing fruit. This is Jamerica 5288. Thank you for being with me for this repotting of my tomato cuttings. And I will see you on the next one. Oh, remember, like and subscribe, okay? I miss you guys. I'm glad I'm back. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.